Hey everybody, TK4 here today with a lightsaber review from Sabers. So in my last video I said I'd sit there and put out a lightsaber review from a company called Sabers. This is their Luke Skywalker style lightsaber. Again, like I said in my last video, it's not an exact replica, but fairly close. So me personally, I was not familiar with the company Sabers at all. It was because my wife, who looked on Etsy, we were able to come across it and find the company. And yeah, I didn't see any videos out there. I didn't see a lot of reviews. I tried looking up on Google to see if there was even a website. I didn't find anything. Had a lot of trouble. The only place I could find it was on Etsy. So when I did order, I wanted to sit there and put out some videos so I could sit there and potentially help people, let people know that there's other places to buy lightsabers. And if they had looked at Etsy and they were a little skeptical, hopefully you can check this video out and you can sit there and kind of decide whether or not you want to go with them. So I'm going to jump right into it. Again, this isn't an exact replica, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. I can't sit there and complain too much. One of the things on here, I don't know if you've seen it, can hear it, is this little thing right here. Obviously this kind of goes in place of where there's the arrows and the two black buttons on Luke's control box. So this is here instead. I personally don't like it. It's very loose. Initially when I got it, it was kind of tight, but I touched it like once or twice and it became very loose. And so you can tighten it one more time, and then when you do, it does that, kind of gets stuck in place, but it doesn't move. So you kind of have to pick and choose if that's something you want. The good thing about this is that it does come out. So me personally, when I have had this lightsaber, I think basically since the day I got it, if not the day after, I've had this thing out just because I feel like it's more of a nuisance than anything. If you're going to sit there and have it on display, then it's, I don't think it's really going to be too much of an issue. But if you're like me, you like to hold it, you like to swing it around, you like to mess with your lightsaber, definitely something that can get in the way. Another thing I didn't like about it, and it's really hard to tell, it pretty much scratched the lightsaber right here, just kind of from swinging back and forth when it was in place. Since it was so loose, it would just go top and bottom, and just scratched it. Now it's not like a crazy scratch, nothing super serious. I don't even think you guys can really see it on the video, just maybe barely right there. But again, it kind of goes all the way across. Again, that's something I didn't like about it. I thought it was scratching up the lightsaber. I paid for it. I don't want my lightsaber getting scratched up. But so again, like I said, I took it out. Another thing with this lightsaber, I always wanted to get a Luke Skywalker lightsaber. I thought Luke's such an iconic character. I always wanted his lightsaber. I always thought too, if I had a lightsaber like that, the control box, I thought I would enjoy that. I thought it'd be something that was really just neat to have. And when I ordered this lightsaber, I realized how wrong I was. I don't know if there's anybody who has a or is thinking of getting a lightsaber and like, you know what, I'll get one with the control box. It's something to definitely think about. I don't know if it's all lightsabers that have control boxes, if it's just a few, it's just this company. But they're kind of a little difficult, they're kind of in the way. And this lightsaber, as long as it is, it's, about the length of my chest, it still feels kind of short in my hand. And especially with the control box, I feel like I can't grip it properly. But again, that might just be me. Maybe my hands are just too big, I don't know. But it's just kind of a little bit of a nuisance. I didn't think I would have a problem with it, but it is kind of a little difficult to sit there and turn it and spin it, move it around. Just holding it at times can be kind of uncomfortable. The other thing is with the control box, these edges right there, they're kind of pointy. You kind of, if you're gripping it or you kind of grab your lightsaber like that, just doing that, I'm not even doing it very hard, you can kind of feel the poke in the lightsaber. So if you're kind of, didn't mean to do that. Let me turn it off. So if you're touching it or you kind of pick it up quick or something, you can kind of, I wouldn't say obviously you're going to cut yourself, it's not that sharp, but you definitely kind of feel a poke and it can kind of get annoying. Something to just take into consideration. the other thing with this lightsaber, I feel like this chrome part, it's really nice, but I kind of get sweaty hands. I don't know if that's to attribute to it, but I feel like it's just super, just, you know, kind of slippery. I feel like you almost have to wear some sort of glove to be able to grip it properly. You know, I feel like it's always kind of just slipping out of my hand. You know, so these are just, you know, kind of things to take into consideration if you're looking at space sabers to buy, you know, to buy this lightsaber. You know, overall, I think aesthetically it looks great. It's a nice looking lightsaber. I don't think it's, you know, ugly by any means. I think it's, you know, for a lightsaber that's not an exact replica, I think it does a good job of, you know, having that Luke Skywalker, you know, style to it, that appearance. The emitter, obviously, this is all a little different. It's not exact, but it's still pretty nice. This piece also right here, I feel like it can kind of get in the way a little bit, but it's nothing terrible. Overall, I think it's a great lightsaber. I really do like it. With the hilt, besides those little things, like I said, besides the control box, besides the chrome being a little slippery, I don't think there's really any major issues. I mean, I guess this little guy too. I think overall it's great. I think it's a good lightsaber. I think it's a good buy. When you purchase this lightsaber in particular, something that it does come with that I thought was really cool, that I appreciated. So it comes in this, you get it in a box like this, and in the box it'll sit there and come with this little packet. It'll have you know, 4 retention screws, an Allen wrench. You get your blade plug, and another thing that I really liked is that it comes with this card and it has instructions on it. So it tells you, you know, how to mute the lightsaber, how to play music, how to sit there and go to the next preset, lock up, stab, melt, drag. You know, I know it's a lot of Neopixel blades. You know, I'm not trying to pick on them, but Saberforge, for example, I know their company. A lot of people, when I see reviews or videos in the comment sections on the actual website, something that people always complain about is that, you know, the lightsaber is great, the hilt is great, it's bright, beautiful, but they don't know how to sit there and do the effects. There's not really any clear instructions. I don't think you get a card like this that explains, okay, to do this, you know, tap on the button or whatever, you know. So it was really nice to get something like this with the lightsaber to, you know, help you kind of guide you through the experience and show you how to work it. Another thing that the lightsaber came with was this stand. You know, nothing too fancy, but if you want to put the lightsaber on display, you do have the stand, which I thought was really nice. Just, you know, 3 little pieces, comes apart. So I thought that was kind of nice. I think the biggest issue, though, with this lightsaber that I got when I received it was the blade. So you guys aren't going to be able to hear it, but initially when I got the lightsaber and I was swinging it around, it was great, it was incredible, but it felt very loose, and I thought I didn't have the retention screws on the blade tight enough. And so I tightened them, and it kept feeling like something was loose. And so when I took out the blade from the hilt, and I wave it, you know, kind of shake it, it feels like, I don't know if it's an LED or what is loose in there. I shake it around, and it just kind of shakes and feels loose. And on the bottom here of my lightsaber, you can kind of see it right there. This is supposed to be flat, but it's obviously this end is pushed in more, and at the top right here, it's kind of hard to see, but it's sticking out. I would say it's probably the biggest issue with the lightsaber, besides that little piece scratching up the hilt. The blade was the biggest issue for me, and I wasn't going to really say anything or complain about it too much, but I like to swing the lightsaber around. I like to have it in my hands. I like to turn it on. I like to mess around with it. That's why I bought the lightsaber personally. So for me, just, you know, every time I swing it around and I feel that, you know, loose piece in there, it drives me nuts. So I did message the, you know, the company or the owner, and he was really nice. I think they're based out in China. You know, throw that out there. So while I will reply to him, you know, at, you know, let's say 6 in the morning my time or 2 in the afternoon my time, you know, I won't get a reply, you know, until maybe 12, 14 hours later, just because of the time zone difference. So just just keep that in mind. But they got back to me really quick, and you know, they were able to answer my questions. He told me he would sit there and talk to the replacement team. The replacement team was a little odd when I initially sent them a video and pictures explaining what was wrong with the lightsaber with this part being sticking out and it being loose. They sent me a video of somebody hammering it with an actual hammer, and they're like, try that to flatten it. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to break this because I wasn't sure if I was going to have to return this, or I didn't want to break it and them sit there and say, hey, we'll only give you a new blade if the other one's in good condition. So I didn't hold on to it. I messaged the guy, and he was really cool about it, but you know, he talked to his replacement team, and they said they would ship me a new one. They told me it would take about 2 to 4 weeks before they sent it out, and they would send me a tracking number with it. So I'm still waiting on that. Yeah, I guess the other thing I didn't mention, some of you guys are probably curious about like pricing and shipping time and all that. So for this lightsaber, it's a Neopixel lightsaber. In case you didn't know that, in case I didn't say that, it's a Neopixel lightsaber. I paid about maybe $520 for it in total. That's not including shipping. I think the lightsaber was $499, so with taxes it was like I want to say $520, $530 in that ballpark. I ordered it on, I think, either the 1st or 5th of August, and I got it within 10 days. No, I ordered August 1st, and I got it on August 11th or 12th. So it took about 10, 11 days to ship, which I think, you know, if it's based out in China, I think that's, you know, pretty good shipping time. I didn't have to pay any additional fees for, you know, international shipping or anything like that. So, you know, 10 days for, you know, a lightsaber, I think of this quality, and it's a Neopixel. You really can't complain. I think it's kind of a hard price to beat. And yeah, so just so you're aware, like I said, I don't know if that's how it'll be every single time. I just know I felt like I got lucky when I purchased a lightsaber. Took about 10 days, so that might not be the case. Don't get upset if you decide to order from them and it doesn't come in that quick. So I know some of you guys are probably waiting for this part, so I'll go ahead and stick it in, and I'll light it up for you guys. And just so you know, even though it does have that, you know, the bottom part isn't flat, it still works. It still turns on, like I said. Just when you swing it around and you're messing with the lightsaber, it is loose, and it just kind of drives me nuts. It's not something that I can handle. So go ahead and do this. Sorry you guys have to watch me stick these retention screws in. I know that's not fun, but like I said, I also have another set of lightsabers that I ordered from the company Space Sabers. They're called Gold Smash M2s is what they are, and I'd like to do a review of those as well. If you guys would like to see that, interested in see that, you know, just kind of you know, like and comment, I guess. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. I also have a Saber Forge lightsaber. It's a little bit older. I'd like to go ahead and just do a review of that one as well. You know, and you guys can check it out and see, just get a little bit more information on it. So get this last one in here, and here we go. All right, so not bad. Again, it's a Neopixel lightsaber, so it does kind of light up, you know, better all the way across versus if you just kind of get, you know, a standard stump blade, or you know, kind of a lower tier lightsaber, or an RGB lightsaber. It's going to be a lot brighter. So, like I said, you do get, I don't know what I did with it, a card. Obviously, I kind of know how to work this a little bit. So, you just do that to shut it off. Let me see. And you hold it.
I'm Cal Kestis.
And then it'll go to the next one. You hold it for a couple seconds. So, kind of hard to see. It looks a little red, but this is, honestly, I would say it's more of a peach color. Let me go ahead and turn off the light for you guys, and you can kind of get a better look at it. So, yeah, it looks red, but In person, this is definitely more of a peach color, but yeah. So, and then this is some of the other sound fonts.
The General, to me, she's royalty.
General Leia. So I put this one as pink. A lot of blue ones. It kind of hard to tell. You can kind of see it just barely flickers. So you can kind of see it. It's a blaster. Let me see.
Never fought anyone like me. I am Revan.
So, yeah, not bad. I think it looks. I will sit there and say they said it looks good. It's definitely just a sec.
Dark side, my master.
Star Killer. I will say this. It doesn't. It's definitely a bright lightsaber, but I don't know if it's because, you know, I feel like maybe I have an LED that's loose a little bit, or the bottom isn't flat properly how a Neopixel blade should be. I feel like as bright as it is, I've definitely seen lightsabers that I believe are brighter. But again, I don't know if it's just this company. I think it is bright. It looks good. Definitely a nice lightsaber. And
Spectrum.
but I feel like it definitely could be a little brighter. But overall nice. So. So this is supposed to be kind of a white one, but there's two different white ones on both of the. So this is Defiance. It's almost more of a cream color, but you can't change the color on this one. So this, you're able to change the color on the blade, but not on this specific setting. You're not, for whatever reason, you can't. You can go into the color wheel mode and it'll say you're there, but you can't change it. So just so you know.
Hello there.
And so it'll show you how much battery life you have. We're up here. Obviously, the further you are down here, you know, less battery you have. So.
I'll show you the dark side.
Kylo Ren. Got that little flicker. It's nice. There's definitely there's Empress Palpatine. I'll get to that one. I think it's brighter, and I like the flickering on that one a lot better than I do on this Kylo Ren. So this is yellow. I feel like, for me, when I see this yellow, even on the screen, it almost looks more like a lime green. I would definitely say the yellow has a lime tint to it. So if you're looking for a yellow color, I wouldn't expect a whole lot from this lightsaber. I feel like this is as good as it gets. And on the screen, like I said, I feel like it looks pretty lime-ish. And that's, in person, you can tell there's some yellow to it, but definitely lots of hints of lime.
The dark sword.
So this is one of my favorite. I just love the sounds. Mandalorian, man, you gotta love it. I think it just sounds incredible. So I love it. So again, this is the other one that's kind of that creamish white color. You can't change it, so let me show you. So we try to go to the. Well, that's kind of okay. Well, let me see if I can get it. Wow, it's embarrassing. Okay. Well, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna just stop before I embarrass myself anymore. But
Ascension.
And we got a green. I feel like this is probably one of the brighter ones on here. I think this is green is probably one of the better looking ones on this lightsaber. So you can kind of see that. So that's that melt. You know, just kind of point out the lightsaber, hold the button, and it'll sit there and do that. Again, I couldn't get the activation. Well, let me see if I can. Alright, I'm going to stop. I'm embarrassing myself. But yeah, you just do that and you'll get it. I'm sitting down, so it probably doesn't help. Oh, well, I skipped it, so. This is orange. I skipped Darth Maul. But I'll show you a red right now. Got another blue. This is a nice blue one here. Really clean. So, not bad. Okay. So, again, I like the effects on this one. It's very similar to the Kylo Ren, but for whatever reason, I think it looks... I think this red, even with the light on, I think it looks brighter. I think the effects are better. I like it. I don't know. That's just me. I think it looks better than Kylo Ren, so... Let me see if I can do a lightning effect for you guys. So, let me switch up the blade. Actually, it's probably not the best one to do a lightning effect on when it goes like that. So, this is a nice red. I'll sit there and turn the light off again. Just so you can see. I think this is a really nice red as well. So. Got that lightning effect. So. Really nice. And play some music afterwards for you when you shut it off.
Master Yoda, Count Dooku.
So, nice little when they have their fight scene. Let me see. Well, if I can get it. Oh, okay. So I was messing with it. It's a little touchy, a little sensitive. I'm glad that happened. So when you're holding this button down and you tap the lightsaber, it'll go into kind of a volume control. So you click that a couple times and the pitch will get higher or lower. You can kind of use that to judge how, I guess how loud, how soft you want your lightsaber to be. Once you're done, you just hold it and tap it again, and then it'll turn back on, and you go to your next preset. So just kind of cycle through so you guys can see these, hear these. Got another purple in there for you guys. So definitely something that I did love about the Neopixel is that each kind of blade each sound font is unique to his blade. You got like Ascension, oh my goodness, I can't, Defiance, the Prodigal Son, whatever. And each one just has a little different, each blaster block is a little different, and I just like that. So this is another one that's one of my favorites. Kind of hard to see, but it comes out yellow, gets orange, and to a red. Really nice. Let me see if I turn off the lights, if that'll look any better. So just kind of hard to tell, but it looks, I know white on the video, but it's almost yellow, goes into that orange, and you got that red. Looks really good. This is probably one of my, top 3 favorites. On the blade, I just think it looks really good. So, and then let's see.
Your destiny lies with me.
This is my wife's favorite. I love that. Episode 5 when Luke faces Vader. This one's like a cyan, a teal, almost like Arctic blue. Looks really good. It's really hard to see. It's definitely a lighter blue. I think that's probably the best look at it right there. But it's a nice blue. It looks really, really good. So kind of how it looks right there. Yeah. So just a nice looking color.
I'm Cal Kestis.
And so we're back where we started, I think, with Cal Kestis. So, yeah. That's it, guys. Like I said, hopefully this helps. Hopefully this kind of gives you a little bit of insight on, whether you should buy space sabers, whether you should look into them. Again, they're a page I found on Etsy. So if that's a place you haven't looked before or not super familiar with, I would definitely give Etsy a place to go. I think if you're wanting to get a lightsaber and you're maybe not wanting to pay the full amount right away, they do have like Klarna, I think is what it's called, and you can sit there and make payments, which is really nice. So you have options. You can sit there and I know like Saber Forge, for example, if you decide to make payments, you basically have to make it in 4 payments, and it's every 2 weeks. Some people it's kind of a bit much. So with Space Sabers, you can basically do it over the course of an entire year. Make like, I don't know, however much payment each month. So, yeah. So hopefully this helps, guys. Again, this is Space Sabers, the Luke Skywalker. Hopefully in another week, I'll sit there and upload another video. And this one will be over the Gold Smash M2 lightsabers. Those are RGB. And yeah, hopefully this helps, guys. This has been TK4. Thank you, guys, and have a great day.